Let's make it a good day.
Today on The Jason Show, it's one of the biggest shows on TV, and it just broke a new record. A look at the new season of Yellowstone. Then meet the Minnesotan who struck up a decades-long friendship with Betty White. And he's also an amazing baker. The Palm Springs baker is live in our kitchen. And find out what it's like to win some major money from Jay Leno. The Jason Show starts right now. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Started. We should do the show, right? Let's do it. Why not? We're here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please keep that Please keep that clapping going for my good friend. It's Kendall Mark, everybody.
Hi.
How you doing?
Oh, the animal moved.
The animal moved again.
The animal moved
Yeah.
again.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm a day late for my tacos, but remember we got this mug yesterday.
From the Taco John's people,
Taco
because
John's,
they were
yes.
mad that I mentioned Taco Bell
Yeah.
when Taco John's is better
Yes.
to them. So yes.
Yes, so I'm drinking out of that mug today.
Yes, you are. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Happy hump day.
Happy hump day. I'm going to start with a little appreciation. It's one of those things where, you say things to people off camera, but sometimes you need to do it publicly. And you know how you have, all of you have had bad days, maybe a bad week or a bad month, or hell, my mom had a bad year. And, right, Mom? And it's been like a rough 4, 5, 6 days. And I don't say this publicly enough. I always thank the behind the scenes people like Eric and Jeff and Ted, but I rarely just put the spotlight on Kendall. And the last 5 days have made me really appreciate you as a colleague and a friend. So I just wanted to say that publicly.
Thank you.
I just wanted to.
Can we hold hands?
I just wanted, and I mean it, I'm not being Jason, I'm not being goofy. I don't say it enough, and I wanted to. I have had a really weird kind of 5, 6 days. So it just made me, I thought to myself, I'm very lucky to work with you.
You're going to make me weep.
No, don't cry
you.
yet. We got to get started.
I love
we got to
you.
do the
Thank
show. Yeah.
you.
Okay, so now that I got the sentimental out of the way. So speaking of Kendall and our crew, I love our crew. We're legit friends. We're not that fake TV crap. We're legit. We hang out. Jeff and I travel together, blah, blah, blah. But the running joke is that every time we plan a staff happy hour, Kendall isn't invited. She can't come. She's like at a winery. She's somewhere where she can't meet us. Yeah. So we're sitting in our little Jason show before the show, and this time we're like, hey, we thought we found a date where everybody could go.
Right.
And that's hard. No matter where you work or in dealing with family, to find a date that works with everybody is hard. So before we start the meeting, executive producer Jeff says, everybody, we found a date for a out of office happy hour extravaganza.
Yay!
And we found it, and we go around to everybody, and then we get to Director Leo. And then Director Leo goes like this. He goes, oh, I can't. I got to go curling that day. So
Like for real.
for real.
For real.
Out of all the he goes, curling season started. And I'm like, out of all the days, like we may go to happy hour at his curling place in Chaska. We may follow him to Chaska. So, yeah.
Can't sacrifice this one time, Leo.
One time to miss curling.
Whole season.
So one more little note before we get started. I was informed before we got started, this never happens. Our entire audience are Jason Show virgins. They've never been in the studio audience before. And we have 2 birthdays. Where's Bonnie and Jody? Bonnie, Jody. Hi, guys. As a birthday present, you get to go curling with Leo. That's right. Woo!
Have fun.
The dream of everyone. That's right. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. First up, the suits, the bigwigs, the bosses at Paramount are really excited this morning for the upcoming season of Yellowstone. So much so, they're bragging about the number of views just on the new trailer for season 5. I know you all love the show, so if you haven't seen it, here's a look at the new season.
I, John Dutton, do solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the state of Montana against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
You have no friends in this building, John. You're gonna have to bring your own.
What you gonna do first? What do you think I'm gonna do? You're all fired. Beth, you're my new chief of staff.
Back to work.
Okay. So Paramount says the trailer had more than 14 million views just in the first 24 hours. Yeah, thank you, audience. That is, trust me when I say this, I watch this kind of stuff. Those are huge numbers. Season 5 debuts in November over there on Paramount Plus, or Paramount Network, I should say. Do you watch Yellowstone?
No, and it's the dumbest excuse. I just heard there's an animal that dies in the first episode, and I was like,
No.
I can't watch this.
It's not a dumb thing. Colin and I, because not everybody, but I'm going to say it again. People kept telling me, Jason,
You'll
it's
love
like
it.
Dallas. You're going to like it because it's like Dallas. It's nothing like Dallas. The only thing it's like Dallas is they wear Stetsons, and that's it. But thank you, audience. That's it. They wear Stetsons, and that's the only thing. But I'm with you. I don't usually get... I'm not sensitive like that. Like,
Yeah.
but the brutality, there's a couple scenes that I did not, it turned me off.
I know.
My father-in-law says I have to push through it. He enjoys it.
Really?
Yeah, Archie
I
loves
probably
it.
like it. I really probably would. I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do too. And I like Costner.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Kevin Costner
Yeah.
in Bodyguard, Hubba Bubba, and
I
he
was
has aged
wait.
so well. What?
I didn't know where you were going with that.
Oh, he
he
just has always been so handsome.
is a handsome man. He is really. He was handsome back then.
Yes.
You should have seen. Have you seen him in The Untouchables?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh my God. Hello. Come to mama. He's hot.
I didn't know
So
you were.
hot.
I didn't know your butter melted that much for him. Yeah.
Well, my husband is like a young Kevin Costner. He kind of looks like him. I picked him because of that.
Oh.
The guy I'm married to, Jeff. His name
You
is
picked your
Jordan.
husband because he looked like Kevin Costner?
Well, that was one of the attributes. I was like, young Kevin Costner. Okay, great. You can come.
Okay, can I see a picture of him? I forgot. I forgot what
You
Jordan
forgot
looks
what
like.
Jordan looks like?
I do know that your
I'm
husband's
getting there.
attractive.
I'm getting there. Read your story. I'll find it.
While she looks for her husband, who looks like Kevin Costner, I'm going to read this. Next in the dish, speaking of the suits at Paramount, Paramount Plus has given the green light to a Frasier reboot. Okay, the audience is a little split on that one. Okay, Kelsey Grammer is going to return as the famous radio host, but it's unclear. We don't know yet if all of his co-stars from the show are going to join him. He has said in the past that he would refuse to do a reboot unless it included David Hyde Pierce, Jane Leeves, and Perry Gilpin. Well, he has said that the series will take place. This is what we know, the only thing we really know. This new show will take place in another city, not in Seattle. And we don't know when it's going to debut. So let's just round this out. All we know, this is all we know. There's going to be a reboot, and Kelsey's in it, and that's all we know.
That's all you get.
I don't know. Obviously you can't have the beloved John Mahoney. We lost him several years ago. I don't know how you can do Frasier without Niles. You know what I mean? The rumor is it's going to concentrate on Frasier's relationship with his adult son.
Okay, and
But-
that just won't work.
No,
I didn't watch the original.
You didn't.
so.
It's fine. Let me see your
Over
husband.
it.
Let me see your
Okay.
husband here. I know what he looks like, but let me see here. Yeah. Okay.
Thank
There we go. Yeah.
Oh,
he looks like
sorry.
Kevin Costner.
Okay.
He does.
Well,
Yeah,
which
he does.
camera? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
oh, you
well,
wanna
that's
see-
not going to pick up.
Oh, Leo.
Zoom in super tight, Leo.
Leo can zoom in. There he is, right there. It's
There's my
Kevin
husband.
Costner.
Here's my husband.
That's Kevin Costner right there.
No, I mean,
Star of the Bodyguard right there.
Okay.
Bull Durham.
When we met, though, I was like, you look like Kevin Costner in The Untouchables.
Remember what I said at the top of the show, how much I love you? I still do.
It's extrapolating.
It's getting bigger by the hour, yeah. Next in the dish, it was 80s night on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Ralph Macchio, Jennifer Beals from Flashdance, and have you ever seen, no, anyway, and friend of the show, Leah Thompson, were all guests, and they played some charades. Look at this.
Song. 4 words. First word, I. Small word. I am. I love. I. Third word.
No.
Fourth word. I am a tiger. I have the tiger.
Yep. Here we go. Go.
Song?
Movie.
Movie.
Second,
Dance.
2 words.
Dance.
Second word. Dance. Something. Flash dance.
Dirty Dancing.
Very good. And this, look at this, everybody. This is Jimmy did a special cold open for the show. And if you're like me and you're a nerd or you're my age or older, you will recognize in that old clip, Jimmy redid his curtain for the night to resemble Johnny Carson's multicolored curtain from The Tonight Show. Yeah. That fun. Let me tell you, forget everything else. It's the first thing I've noticed. I was like, oh, it's Carson's multicolored curtain.
I'm shocked.
Oh, I don't know if I love you anymore. It's wearing.
I'm shocked.
Thank you. We're going to take a break, everybody. Go get another cup of Sanko. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Oh, God. Okay. I know that I watch movies repeatedly, but I just learned something about our staff right in that commercial break.
Yes.
We were playing the soundtrack to Flashdance, and Kendall had not seen it, and super executive producer Lori Lise Fisher, who's my age and Jeff's age, I said, Lori goes, oh, Kendall, you have to watch it. And I said, Lori, have you watched it recently? And she goes, yeah, I watch it twice a year. And then she followed it up with, the fun fact we didn't know we needed. Oh, and I was Jennifer Beals for Halloween last year. She dressed up as Flashdance last year.
It's a great costume.
Find the photo, please, for us. Yeah. Welcome back to the show, everybody. The cast of Oklahoma was on with Corden last night, as was Mila Kunis, and they performed Mila Kunis, the musical. That's our late night rewind. Look. Yeah!
Mila Kunis, she's our favorite actress of all time. Mila Kunis, everything she does creates a buzz. Everyone here thinks she's mighty fine. Mila Kunis, she's our greatest guest you'll ever see. Mila Kunis, love to have her here. Let out a cheer, yeah, there's nowhere else we'd rather be. Mila Kunis, Mila Kunis, Mila Kunis, Mila Kunis, Mila Kunis, Mila. You know she's the best in the land, and we are her #1 fans. She's made our day. Wow, flying by over there's no denying she is our queen. Mila Kunis, Mila Kunis, MK, she's here, she's made.
That is excellent. Wow. Anytime I see something like that, I always think in the TV mind, the production that goes into that. You know what I mean? The decorations in that hallway, one camera, you got to bring in a fake horse, you know?
The horse alone.
We have problems moving the rodent behind you. You know what I mean?
It takes effort.
It takes effort to do that every day. That's right. Next in the dish, Till Death Do Us Part takes on a whole new meaning in J-Lo's latest rom-com / adventure. Shotgun Wedding is what it's called, and it stars J-Lo and Josh Duhamel. And by the way, if this movie, you're like, where have I heard this before? This was the movie that, remember, Armie Hammer was in, and when they found out that he was a cannibal, they had to replace him. The lawyers, alleged cannibal. Look,
Not once did I wonder if I'd be walking handcuffed through the jungle with a live grenade.
Sir, give me the grenade, sir. I got it.
Oh, you got it!
I got it.
You got it!
I got it.
Okay.
Are you dead?
We're gonna fix this. That dress is growing on me.
Wanted something less traditional.
Nobody with my family.
Don't you let go!
Stop shooting your sister!
What? What?
I think I would rather have a romantic night with Army Hammer than go to that movie. Yeah.
Jason.
That movie, Kendall.
It does not look that bad. What? Thank you. I love Josh Duhamel. I love any rom-com J-Lo's in, like ever.
There was a machine gun in that.
And Jennifer Coolidge.
Using the machine gun off the
Hilarity.
back of a golf cart.
Hilarity ensues. I'm just saying, it doesn't look that bad to go and hang out with Army Hammer.
I was gonna say, yeah. Next year, Lori Lee Fisher's gonna dress up as a character from that movie. Yeah, that's right. Well, if you want to watch it, it hits Amazon in January. That's when they open the best movies. That's right.
Oh, that's bad. Maybe I shouldn't watch it. Ooh. Sips
Oh God, do I really have to say this? It's in the Next in the dish, speaking of cannibals.
Ted.
No. The Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix. I didn't write it.
Oh, I'm uncomfortable.
I didn't write it. Email Ted. Ted is in the control room right now, loving life.
But he's not moving very much.
No.
It's just...
Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix has turned a lot of heads. I know I'm watching it, and we're learning just how many people have watched it. Netflix says the Dahmer story is the streamer's 9th most popular English language show of all time. Wow. Of all time. It's only been 12 days, and it's been viewed nearly 500 million hours. And at least 56 million households have watched all 10 episodes. It's Netflix's largest audience since Stranger Things 4. Now, all jokes aside for a second, I have watched it. All of us of an age, we lived through this. We remember the coverage. I lived near the Chicago area. I lived in the Chicago area at the time. And Evan Peters, we can debate, and we should debate whether it's re-traumatizing to the victim or to the victim's families. However, if you're just looking at it as a piece of entertainment or as a piece of something that you watch, it's so well done. Evan Peters does an amazing job. And what I loved about episode 6, this isn't giving anything away. A lot of these shows are gratuitous. It's just slasher, and you never really get to know the victims. They're just names on a list. What this show, I got to give them credit. Episode 6, you really learn about one of the victims, and it'll break your heart. And it's about the victim of Jeffrey Dahmer, who was a man who was deaf. And then you really learn his backstory. So he's not just a name. He's not just a name on a true crime or an episode of Dateline. You learn about his family, and what I loved is they made sure that the actor who played him was a real deaf actor. And then the woman who plays his mom will just break your heart. It's out of all the episodes, it's so well done. You can watch it right now on Netflix. Lightening things up a little bit. Next in the dish, Whoopi appears in the new movie Till. I showed you the trailer a couple weeks ago. It's going to open the Twin Cities Film Fest. It's the story of Emmett Till, and it's getting great reviews. But Whoopi took issue with one of the critics' takes. Look at this.
And I have to say something because there was a young lady who writes for one of the magazines, and she was distracted by my fat suit in her review. Now, and I'm just going to say this. I don't really care how you felt about the movie, but you should know that was not a fat suit. That was me. Yeah. And that was steroids. Remember last year I had all.
You were
and I was very
sick.
And so, and I assume you don't watch the show, or you would have known that that was not a fat suit. But I just want to let you know that it's okay not to be a fan of a movie, but you want to leave people's looks out. So just comment on the acting, and if you have a question, ask somebody, because I'm sure you didn't mean to be demeaning.
Yeah. Jokes at the expense of folks that are overweight, and as to, you know, you and I have been very open about it all the time, and it's one of the things I love. We don't get serious on the show often, but you know, we've been very open. I'm a guy that will struggle with my weight until the day that I die. It's just everybody has a thing that's mine, and you've been, especially when you do it on television. So, you know, we don't do any type of size jokes on this show at all. We never will. You got to be careful with stuff like that. You got to, that's why, like, the Monica from Friends, like, that episode has not aged well. But for many years, Hollywood used overweight people as the punchline of a lot of jokes. That movie Shallow Hal with Gwyneth.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So I remember watching it. And look, and this isn't about being PC. You know how I feel about that. I think we've gone overboard on that. However, it's way too easy to make people that are struggling with weight the butt of jokes.
Right.
And they should have done a little research before writing that about Whoopi. Yeah.
And one of her colleagues, Whoopi's colleagues, said it really well. She said, that's the only thing you're taking away from this incredibly powerful movie.
There's
and
that.
You shouldn't even be writing film critiques.
That too. Like, that's what you're gonna
That's what you're gonna write about?
That's gonna be you're gonna waste some words in your limited words that you are allotted to review to talk about Whoopi's fat suit.
Right.
Yeah, anyway. Till, by the way, as I mentioned, will air at the Twin Cities Film Fest later this month. Next in the dish, Paris Hilton's dog has been missing for 3 weeks, but she still has hope to find the little gal. Her Chihuahua, Diamond Baby, apparently escaped when a door was left open. There's Diamond Baby right now. Okay, let me tell you, I'm not always a fan of itty-bitty little dogs, but that is a cute puppy right there. Anyway, Paris says she's spoken to, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 7 pet mediums who say her dog is alive and well. And she's offering a $10,000 reward for anyone with information. I found this interesting. We ran this on the radio show. A cop advised her she was going to because it's Paris Hilton, she can offer more than $10,000. They told her not to.
Why?
This is so smart. I didn't even think about that. Because of awful people in the world, that if the ransom is so high, then if they do find the dog, they're going to hold it against Paris, or try to get, if the dog does hopefully return to Paris, it'll make the dog and Paris a target for future ransom opportunities. So that's why they're keeping it at a very, like, 10,000, which is still a lot of money. But
Right. She's always been very open. She loves her dogs.
She does.
And so it is sad.
Even on The Simple Life, which that's my guilty pleasure. I love that show so much. Anyway, it's time to meet our first JVIP of the week. Today it's Rachel Erickson. Hi, Rachel. When asked what she likes about the show, Rachel says, Jason loves the TV show Dynasty. Nothing more needs to be said. Rachel, I love you. Rachel's probably like me. We watch Dynasty on Wednesdays, we watch Knots Landing on Thursday, and then Dallas and Falcon Crest on Fridays. Anyway, the golden age of television. She gets a Jason Show mug. She's also entered to win the monthly grand prize. That includes coming to the studio to watch the show, a $150 accessories gift card to Becker Furniture World, and a $200 gift card from our family at Woodhouse Spa. We have such a good show. Go get some more coffee. We'll be right back. Back in a moment.
We've eaten all the hot dish, but we still have some fun ahead. Next, what was it like to be friends with the icon Betty White? You're going to find out when we meet the Palm Springs Baker. Then, you ever wonder what it'd be like to go on a game show and win some big money? Well, one lucky Minnesotan did, and he's going to tell us coming up.
Hey everybody, well if you love to bake, I do, a new online baking show could be for you. Minneapolis native Chuck now lives in Palm Springs, where I want to live. I love Palm Springs. And this new show, The Palm Springs Baker, debuts next week. It's a mix of comedy and baking. I was really going to toss to a clip that we don't have. Excuse me. Wow, this has never happened on TV before where I'm choking on a little mint. Please welcome to the show, the Palm Springs Baker, Chuck Swenson, everybody.
Thank you, Jason.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. It is so great to be here, Jason. I can't believe it. I haven't lived here full time for about 15 years. But every time I'm back, which is summers, I hear about you. You have made such a name for yourself, Justin.
Jason, but that's fine.
Justin.
Jason.
Tomato.
Exactly.
I knew.
You know,
You've got Jason all over the whole studio.
I know, you can't miss it. And, well, you have the distinction of being the first guest where I almost choked on a mint introducing them.
I'm sorry.
Okay, let's, I want to get to, I want to talk about your friendship with Betty White, but let's get to you first. It's all about you. How did this show come about? What made you want to do this?
You know what? I had a career in advertising the bulk of my life, and I loved it. I worked for a national retailer in town, and I loved it. And then, you know, we all evolve.
Yeah.
And there's something else. And I knew there was just something else I wanted to do.
Like in Act 3, like in Act 2, another act. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know? And my partner had taken a job with University of Vermont, so we moved away from Minnesota. There we were in Vermont. Nothing against Vermont, but I was bored out of my mind.
Really? You did?
Oh my God.
I've never been to Vermont.
Oh, you know what? A long weekend's enough, honey. But, you know.
Really?
Yes. So I was bored, and I started baking.
Okay.
I did. I baked my little brains off because
There's nothing else to do in Vermont.
There's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Once you've seen the Ben and Jerry factory, I mean, you know what? I could give the tour.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
So you weren't a baker your whole life.
No, it never really even occurred to me. Not as a kid, not as a young adult. But that's, you know what? I have to credit Vermont.
Okay, so there's one thing to start baking, but how did it get, and you know how to birth an idea working in advertising for a major retailer. I love that little, people can't figure it out. Does it rhyme with Argot? Anyway,
maybe.
But anyway, bullseye. And how does it go from you liking baking to you doing a show?
You know what?
What was that leap?
So I started baking, and then we moved all over the country, and it seemed like everywhere we went, I kept baking, and people just really enjoyed it. And I said, my God, Chuck. Everybody was saying, Chuck, you need a show. You need a show. The way you are, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
A little over the top. I don't know. But anyway, they
Your
said.
Your shiny wardrobe?
Oh,
I mean,
you got to do it. This is Palm Springs.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Love it.
But anywho, people say, my God, Chuck, between the stuff you bake and you are a little effervescent, a little over the top.
Effervescent.
Yeah,
I love
maybe.
It. Yeah.
They said, you've got to do a show.
Yeah.
So I heard this and I heard this, and so I kind of started thinking about it a little bit. Then a friend of mine in Palm Springs, he has produced a lot of national shows, but he had a little hiatus between shows, and we were out having a few cocktails. You know, why not? Happy hour in Palm Springs.
Is like, from 5 to 10.
Oh my God,
yeah.
And he goes, you know what, Chuck? We're going to just do this. We've been talking for 5 years. We are going to cut some footage and do it.
And there we go.
And I said, Mario, I'm in. Why not? Just do it. Just do it. I think that's the way you have to live your life.
I think you do.
So we did it, and we, we put it out there, and I mean, the reaction
has been great.
I know.
Yeah. You're fun.
I don't get it, but what can I say?
Okay. Let's talk now. We talked about you. Let's talk about the icon Betty White.
Oh.
How does one strike up a friendship with an icon?
Well, again, I had an advertising career with a major retailer.
Look at you. Look at you in this picture.
Oh, there I am. Oh my God. You know what? To this day, whenever I see that photo, I go, yeah, that's my Betty White hair.
Yeah.
I used to have hair. Look at us.
Look at you.
What I mean? I wanted to be Betty, so I didn't do anything to my hair, but
Yeah.
well, there I lost my hair. you
Yeah.
know, those things happen.
But how did you guys meet?
Well, it was because of my career in advertising for a major retailer, and Betty starred in one of our Christmas commercials. I mean, it was like over 30 years ago.
For Argit?
Yes, for Argit.
Yeah.
And I was there on the shoot, of course, and whatnot, and she was just a doll. And I just connected with her. I mean, who hasn't?
Yeah, I mean,
everybody loves Betty. She's just a doll.
Yeah, but okay, there's one thing to meet someone, but then to continue the friendship is quite another.
Well, you know what, Jason? I consider myself blessed. Blessed by Betty. I don't know. Maybe we're a little bit alike, you know, a little harebrained. I don't know. Betty's not harebrained, by the way. She's funny. She's a professional. But she is menses material.
Really?
Oh my God. Yeah, we see each other every once in a while. You know, we did. And I mean, I want to put some honesty around this. I was never on her speed dial.
Yeah.
But we would get together, you know, every few years and that kind of a thing. And I remember I said to her one time, kind of pre-COVID, I didn't see her much after COVID, but I said, Betty, we were reminiscing, and I said, remember that commercial when we first met? And she, like this. And this had been by 25 years.
And she knew it right away.
And how much work had she done?
Yeah.
My God, millions of things, you know? And she goes, oh, yes, a season of ginger and spice. And she started reciting all the lines. And I went,
What?
Betty, you are incredible. You are, I mean, she's just bright, bright, bright.
Hold that thought. When we come back, we're not done. We can't spend just one segment. No, we're not going to. Next, we're baking. That's right, when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. Stay with us. When was the last? We are in the kitchen. Here we go. That's right, more with the Palm Springs baker. Okay, what are we gonna make here?
We are gonna make a caramel apple pie.
Okay. Perfect for fall.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You know, it's apple season in Minnesota. And then we are going to do a cheddar butter crust.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
You know, because back in the olden days, not that I would know, but you always served a wedge of cheddar with your apple pie.
You did?
I know,
Okay.
I know.
Okay,
so
what do we do?
We're gonna start. We have got the cheddar all mixed right here with the crust, and we are gonna mix in almost 2 cups of flour.
I love that even your mixing bowls have glitter on it.
And
I
God,
really love that.
And you know, I kind of like to get dirty in the kitchen, so I'm gonna just stick right in here.
Okay, Chuck, you go right in there.
I'm gonna just go
The audience
for
and
it.
I are just gonna watch. You get right up in there.
Well, you know, the Palm Springs Baker Show, we call it baking that's bawdy, you know. Little bit naughty. Anything wrong with that? I don't know if we'll ever get picked
I'm
up by
waiting for Madam to come out.
I
Where is
know.
That's
I know.
a very old reference,
Oh,
everybody.
my gosh.
Remember Madam?
Yes.
Anyway, okay.
Yes,
We're
yes,
aging
yes.
ourselves, Chuck.
I know, it's
Okay.
okay. You know what? I'm over it. I'm over it.
Okay, what
So
do we do
This
now?
is pretty well mixed, and I'm going to just stick this into a spring-form pan.
That's it?
Well, that's it for the crust.
Okay.
That's it for the crust. Absolutely. And we're just going to pat that all in.
Okay.
And you know what? We're probably not going to make this perfect. Because
No, let's not, because I'm already getting the 3-minute
Oh,
time
I
cue.
know. We
so
are
you
on
know how television
we,
is.
Oh, we are on television.
Yeah.
But we've got it in there.
Okay.
We've got it in there and patted down.
Okay.
And next thing we have to do, and we're going to set that aside.
Okay.
Because that's going to chill a little bit. So that's our refrigerator, okay?
Do you put that in the refrigerator?
Yeah, put it
Okay.
in the refrigerator a little while.
Got it.
And then we're going to make our filling.
Okay.
So I have pre-whipped some cream cheese.
Okay.
2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. And then we are going to add 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a low-fat recipe.
Oh, absolutely.
Low calorie, low fat recipe.
Absolutely. I shouldn't lie, though, should I?
No,
on
it's fine. They
television?
can see it.
You know, so we're going to get that mixed in real quick here.
I'll mix that in if you want to keep adding.
Absolutely, and I'll pour
help.
some other things.
Yeah.
You, dear. And then we're going to just keep mixing that. Yep.
Is that alcohol?
Well, we're going to get there, kiddo.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just
You
checking.
must like to drink a little bit. You're kind of anxious for it. I don't know. Whatever.
Don't you clap for that, audience.
You need to come to Palm Springs and have happy hour with me. Okay.
I would
gonna
never leave. Let me be honest. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
That's okay. 1/4 cup of apple juice concentrate, all
Okay.
thawed.
Do I keep stirring?
Keep stirring, kiddo.
Okay.
I'm going to make you work a little bit.
That's fine.
That's all right.
Okay.
Then we're going to crack these eggs and get
Okay.
those in there.
Do I beat the eggs?
Yeah, get them
Okay.
mixed in pretty good.
Like,
Now, don't overdo it.
I know.
kiddo.
I feel like Joan Crawford getting rid of a
no.
dirt stain. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then the good stuff. You want a little swig, Jason?
I do.
Okay, there you go. What can I say? I knew he would. I knew he would. We're going to put in about
It's been a week, my friend. It's been a week.
quarter of a cup of apple brandy, just to make it taste real good. Yeah, can you?
It's going down, Chuck. It's
Can you-
going down.
Can you smell it a little bit, kiddo?
I can.
Oh my God.
No, crap. We only have 30 seconds.
Okay.
Now, how
Oh,
the
we got
hell are we
30
gonna finish
seconds.
this?
And then you know what? We are gonna just add some apple. Add the apple.
Okay.
Stir it in, and then you know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna do it right now, but you would just pour that into your chilled crust, and you'll pop that into the oven at 375, and voila!
Oh, it's down there.
Here is our finished product.
Get a shot of that here. Look at that.
Absolutely. And it's so, I mean, how easy was that?
Yeah.
And we're going to just sprinkle around a few more toasted pecans.
Just a few nuts on
Just
top.
a few. Well,
Yeah.
you know, I am kind of a nut.
Yeah.
So are you, kiddo.
I know,
What are you
I know.
talking about?
Okay.
You know?
What's that?
And this is, you know what? This is just,
Oh, God.
I
Okay.
didn't even make this, you guys. So
I'm
I can't-
literally, I'm getting fatter just standing
I
here.
can't take the credit.
Yeah.
It's pre-made caramel
okay.
sauce.
What's that? You brought those samples for the audience?
And then we have samples for
Yes!
the audience. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Would
Okay,
you
well,
like one, kiddo?
I will as we go to break. Will you please come back and see
I
us?
would love to.
Give it
I
up
would love
for
to.
the Palm Springs Bakers.
You're a sweetheart, kiddo. You're a sweetheart. Mwah. Whoa.
Premier, I've never kissed a guest before.
Oh my God.
I just kissed you. I've been on the air.
It was meant to be, kiddo. Oh. I'll be back. I'd love to come back.
Premieres on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram next week, October 15th. Head to palmspringsbaker.com. He may kiss you. We'll be right back. Back in a moment.
That was great.
Oh, God.
Thank you so much. I don't want to get your...
I don't care. Welcome back. Oh, wow. We're having fun today. Well, our next guest simply won a lot of money on the hit Fox Date. I mean, there's no other way to say it. He won a lot of money on the Fox daytime game show You Bet Your Life. In fact, he won the most ever in the show's history. And he's a local guy. Look at this.
Your double or nothing question. What curved stick that tends to make a round trip was used by Aboriginal Australians for hunting and warfare?
Do you know?
It's a boomerang.
It's a boomerang?
It has two O's.
I was going to say a bow and arrow. Oh, it does have two O's. Okay.
Boomerang.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Boomerang.
You're going to go boomerang. Kev, you want your little, what did you think it was?
You know, it does not matter.
You are lucky you have her with you, my friend. Okay. You're going to go with boomerang?
Boomerang.
Is it boomerang to make them the richest contestants? Let's see. Yes, it's boomerang. Kev, give me the money.
Yes! That's Kevin Billups on You Bet Your Life this week. Check your local listings. Audience, give it up for Kevin, everyone. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. I promise I won't kiss you like Richard Dawson over there. My God. Anyway, how did you get on the show? Like, did you see an ad? Was it on social? How did you get on there?
You know, like all great things, I got a message on Instagram. Someone slid into my DMs.
Did
and said,
they?
Do you want to do this? Yeah, that's how I got on. Yep.
A producer slid into your DM?
Yes, they just said, we think you'd be great for this. So I did the audition, and now I'm the richest contestant.
Okay, did you think, I was saying this, we had a guest earlier this week that a producer for music slid into her DMs. Did you think it was a joke at first?
I did. Oh my goodness. I called my mom and I was like, I'm at work. Can you like research this and make sure this is legit? And she said, well, I don't see anything wrong with it. So I was like, okay, cool, let's do it.
Okay, and then you said you had to audition. What do you do to audition for a game show?
You know, I've actually done a lot of show auditions, so I was very prepared. I have a whole like light set up in my apartment, so I did that setup. And it's I do. I wanted to be on TV since I was a little kid, so finally it's happened. So I was completely prepared for that. It was just me and my computer and a producer, and they asked me a bunch of trivia questions, which I got wrong, which is very on par with what I did on the show.
Yeah.
And you know, it was just very, you know, they wanted to meet my personality. That was it. It was
and then
actually pretty simple.
Were you nervous at all?
About
on the set.
On the set.
You get on the set. Are you nervous at all?
Oh my goodness. So I was actually in holding for 8 hours to film for 20 minutes. Yes.
You were in holding.
I was in holding. I was on a soundstage for 8 hours. So when you see my eyes kind of looking red and I look a little bit tired on the show, I was there for 8 hours.
For 8 hours,
I was there
yeah.
for 8 hours, yes.
I ask you about the nervous because it seems like a very simplistic question, but everyone does this, whether it's Wheel of Fortune or Price is Right or You Bet Your Life. People think they sit at home on their couch and play. They're like, oh, I can do better than him. But then you're on there with the lights and Jay Leno standing there. Was it a very different experience?
It was different. I will say that after 8 hours, any nervousness, I was just ready to go.
Yeah, you were ready to get, yeah.
I was ready to get it done. But Jay was so nice. Kevin was so nice. The producers and everything were so nice. I really had a great time.
Before you go, I want to give you a plug. You have been an entertainer here since, I don't want to age, but since like 2000.
I moved here 5 years ago. Yeah.
5 years ago.
Yes.
So tell everybody where you've been an entertainer since.
Yes.
When did you start?
So I started when I was 18 years old in Indiana, but now I'm here and I'm La La Luscious, the snack of the Twin Cities.
That's right.
Yes. And I performed at the Black Heart of St. Paul, and I'm actually now at Ty's downtown doing bingo and drag brunches there too.
Yeah, it's a great bar in St. Paul. Where at in Indiana? Because you know I'm a Hoosier.
Crawfordsville.
I'm from Michigan City, Indiana, and in Indianapolis and stuff. So
yes, shout out to Crawfordsville.
That's right. Shout out to the Hoosiers. That's right. Thank you for being here, Kevin. Give it up for Kevin, everybody. You can watch You Bet Your Life weekdays on Fox 9 at 3, or if you're watching us from other cities like Seattle, check your local listings. We'll be right back. Back after this. Thank you so much. I gotta come see ya at Blackheart. Oh my God. Yes. Well, let's come down. Welcome back to the Logo Network. We ran out of, 2 people got that joke. We ran out of time for Merch Monday yesterday, and we ran out of time for it yesterday. So we're doing it today. Thanks to everyone. What this is everyone sending in pictures of them wearing their brand new Jason Show merch from our store. First up, Jeannie. She says she bought this for her mom, Jean, who watches the show every day. Jeannie says, thanks for finally having merch so we can represent. And thanks for bringing joy to my mom daily. Hi, Mom. Hi, sweetheart. Next is Rashina. She shared this picture with her new mug. Hi, Rashina. How pretty are you? I see our show on in the background there.
Love it.
And Dana says, I received my t-shirt about 2 weeks ago. I really love it. And it's part of my home office wardrobe. All beautiful people. If you want to order some merch, it's really easy. We have mugs, t-shirts, cigarette lighters, and more. I'm just joking about the cigarette lighter thing. Thank you, audience, for laughing at that. If you aim your camera app at the QR code on the screen right now, it'll take you right to our shop. We posted links as well on our social channels. We'll be right back, everyone. Back in a moment. What? Yeah. Welcome back. Thanks for being here, everybody. It is time for the surprise goodbye. You know how this works. We don't know what's in this segment until right now. Today, a 1 in a billion coincidence. Some people are wondering if a woman in England is a time traveler after Google Maps captures her in the exact same spot nearly a decade apart. What? The woman first appeared on this corner in April of 2009, and then the second image was taken in August 2018, showing her in the exact same spot, just wearing a different outfit. Oh my goodness. And
Mama
if you
likes
look,
to shop.
Yeah, and if you look real close, you can see Chuck behind her. That's right.
Hello.
I said to the audience, I said, we won a GLAAD award for this episode. We had so many gay people on today's show. My goodness. Tomorrow, move over charcuterie boards. Stephanie Hansen will show you the newest trend, butter boards. That's right, that's tomorrow. But right now, it's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Come on, Kendall.